that was gross. Don't ever do that again. I don't even know where that came from. So hello everybody, welcome back to another video of mine on my YouTube channel of the same name as myself. Oh, that's what trying to make silly puns gets you. Excuse me. So hi. There is a reason to this video. It's not just a random talky talk video, which I usually am doing most of the time, 99% of the time, which I'm probably doing right now. But yeah, if you're awake around 4:30 this morning, you would have seen my post that I did on my blog page, my WordPress page, about Batman Arkham Origins. It's only a little short one, but it was basically talking about the new DLC, Cold Cold Heart, which is not bad. I've enjoyed it for what I've played, but it has its problems. It has its problems in a big way. So you remember back, I want to say around November time when I did my original review for Batman Arkham Origins, and how I said that there are some progression halting bugs, and there are a few stories about it surrounding that game. So going back into this game months down the line, it seems like they have not fixed those. I mean, I heard that they were saying that they were fixing some, and I did see some fixes from when I played it, say, a month or two after that. But still, there were problems, and those problems have not been fixed. So, yeah, let me explain what I'm on about before I get into my entire rant. I'm just checking my framing and seeing if everything's okay. But, yeah. So, playing through the game, I get a couple hours in, let's say, and I get the HE suit, XE suit even, which is one of the new gadgets you get to deal with Mr. Freeze, because that's what this DLC is about. Cold Heart is about Mr. Freeze coming into the Arkham universe and how they deal with that. Blah. So I get the HE suit. I need to go find an informant of the Penguins. So we go into this little club. We take out the guys in there. Then we have to go into this room to talk to the informant. So, defeat the guys in that room, that section of that part of the level, and then I go into a door, and it's like standing, open the door, and then you're in the room. And then it goes black. Just Batman standing there, in a black room, and then I turn around and I see like some of the main fixtures in the last room are standing out. So that's like a little window, the doors that you need to get out, they're all there, but there's no walls, there's no floor, there's no other character besides Batman standing there. So I pretty much feel my way around the room, like just walk around. But if you could indulge me for a second, imagine Batman is in a room, he cannot see anything, and he's just going, I need to find, is this, okay, that's pretty much what I did. I took the guy out, I interrogated him, I was like, okay, now to find the door. I turn around, there's the door. Then I walk out into I thought maybe it's just this room. No, the whole of that level, pitch black with, like I described, the fixtures just there. So I'm trying to navigate my way back through this room, and I'm just doing it totally from memory. And again, feeling my way in the darkness. Feel my way through the darkness. Yes. Yeah, I did that. Finding my way through the darkness, grappling up, blah 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 blah. Find my way back around to the door, all from memory, because there's literally no way you can tell where you are. Managed to get through those couple doors, and I get out into Gotham. Excuse me, thought I was going to sneeze. And then the game doesn't load for like 15 minutes. So I'm like, okay, whatever, it's 4:30 in the morning. I'm going to write a post about this and go to bed. So I did, and I went to bed. Woke up, did some revision, all that good stuff. And I thought, you know what, let's try boot up Batman again and see if there's any problem. Excuse me. And there was the fact that when I hit load into the game, It was just Batman falling, and if you were paying attention to around the game when it came out originally, and my review, I did mention, and I probably even showed some footage of Batman just falling in a black room, and then you can obviously find footage of Batman Arkham Origins where Batman is just falling in a black room, or he's fighting Bane, the final boss of that game, in a black room. I just what? It's been since October since that game has released. They've had numerous patches since then, and yet they still haven't fixed one of the many bugs that they had in the first place. That's not a good mind blow. It's mind blowing. It's like, what are you doing with yourselves? That you can't solve a bug that you had in the beginning, and they had a patch just Monday gone as well, which did not fix this. And why? How is this a thing? You would think that when developers make a game, that they would make sure everything is feature complete and no bugs. But nope, that's the door which I'm probably not going to get. They're gonna just gonna have to wait. But I was talking with a couple of friends, many of my friends actually, who are into video games and stuff, and talking about how we've seen games that are just bugged, like flat out bugged. So I did my review on Thief, and I stopped playing it for reasons I explained, and I had got caught wind of there was a progression blocking bug in Chapter 4. So I'm like, okay, why is that a thing? Why is that still happening? That games are being released and they're bugged. More recent example, Elder Scrolls Online, ESO, released last week, and there was a progression halting bug in that in each of the areas you can level up in those areas, but once you reach a certain level, that's it. The resources in that area are pretty much useless to you, so you move on to the next area through a quest. And one of the areas is bugged out to the point that that quest does not spawn for that a certain area, so you cannot progress to the next area, and you cannot level up. And, okay, for an MMO, you would, okay, maybe it's a few server things that they need to sort out, but still, it's a game that you pay $60 for, or 40 quid, and with in the case of ESO, it's subscription based as well, and there's been some things surrounding the whole subscription model about that game, which is another topic in itself. And you think, why have you not put this game through a proper set of quality assurance? And how can you allow a game to be released in such a disastrous state? I mean, it makes no sense how you can charge a person full price for a game, in some cases charge them a subscription fee and say, oh, it's fine, we'll just patch it later. No! You are paid 60 quid for a full game that is relatively bug free. If it has bugs, it better make sure they're funny, or they're not that damaging to your campaign or progression halting, or else it's just pointless. You might have well just gone onto the internet, typed in some freeware game that somebody has probably not put a lot of effort into, and just play that instead. Heck, just play Goat Simulator, because that game is just meant to be buggy. It's a fun game, but it's deliberately buggy, and it's kind of a mess, let's be honest. It's... You are given $60, you make that game feature complete, you make sure there's no bugs and everything, and stop pretending like it's okay just to be like, we'll patch it later, it'll be fine. Because no, people will find these bugs, rage about it on the internet, case in point, and your reputation will go down. Granted, I am only one guy on a YouTube channel with a webcam that probably gets about 10 views, and that's probably just his friends. Whatever. But still, my point still remains. There will be people that will shout your names from the hilltops and say, this company does not do a good job with their games, and you will just lose out. And it hurts you and it hurts the community as well because they can't properly enjoy their game, and you're only shooting yourself in the foot because if people can't enjoy your games, they just won't play them. Simple as. They'll just move on to someone else who does make a feature complete game, that does make a game that's not buggy and does make a game that charges you 60 quid a week and a subscription that works. Simple. Make a game that works. Totally. Not just something you could patch later. It's just a suggestion. But yeah, that was pretty much my rant on the state of video games and Batman Arkham Origins after several months. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to my rant and nerd rage. Yeah, I'll do another video as soon as I can and when I have time and when I have another topic. Thank you for watching. Do all the things that you do, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.